the cosmic body. The sixth body is the Brahma Sharir, the cosmic body. When a person evolves beyond his Atma, when he is willing to lose it, he enters the sixth body. If mankind develops scientifically, the natural development of the sixth body would take place at the age of 42, and that of the Nirvana Sharir, the seventh body, at the age of 49. The seventh body is the Nirvanic body, which is no body, which is a state of bodilessness, an incorporeal state. This is the ultimate state where only the void remains, not even the Brahman, the cosmic reality, but only the emptiness. Nothing has remained, everything has disappeared. So, when someone asked Buddha, what happens there? He replied, the flame dies out. Then what happens? When the flame is lost, you do not ask, where has it gone? Where is the flame now? It is lost, and that is all. The word nirvana implies the extinction of the flame. Therefore, Buddha said nirvana takes place. The state of moksha is experienced in the fifth body. The limitations of the first four bodies are transcended and the soul becomes totally free. So liberation is the experience of the fifth body. Heaven and hell pertain to the fourth body, and he who stops here will experience them. For those who stop at the first, second, or third body, life between birth and death becomes everything. There is no life beyond death for them. If a person goes beyond into the fourth body, after this life he experiences heaven and hell, where there are infinite possibilities of happiness and misery. Now, talking about the transcending of this cosmic body, the sixth is the realm of perfume, cosmic perfume. No flower, no center. A circumference, but no center. You can say that everything has become a center, or that now there is no center. Just a diffused feeling is there. There is no split, no division, not even the division of the individual into the I and the non-I. The I and the other. There is no division at all. So the individual can be lost in either of two ways. One, schizophrenic, splitting into many sub-persons, and another, cosmic, lost into the ultimate, lost into the greater, the greatest, the Brahma, lost into the expanse. Now the flower is not, but the perfume is. The flower too is a disturbance, but when only the perfume is, it is perfect. Now there is no source, so it cannot die. It is undying. Everything that has a source will die. But now the flower is not, so there is no source. The perfume is uncaused, so there is no death and no boundary to it. A flower has limitations. Perfume is unlimited. There is no barrier to it. It goes on and goes beyond. So from the fifth body, the question is not of upward, downward, sideways, inside, outside. The question is whether to be with an ego or without an ego. And the ego is the most difficult thing of all to lose. The ego is not a problem up to the fifth body because progress is ego fulfilling. No one wants to be schizophrenic, right? Everyone would prefer to have a crystallized personality. So every sadhaka, every seeker can progress to the fifth body. There is no method to move beyond the fifth body because every type of method is bound with the ego. The moment you use a method, the ego is strengthened. So those who are connected with going beyond the fifth talk of no method. They talk of methodlessness, of no technique. Now there is no how. From the fifth, there is no method possible. You can use a method up to the fifth, but then no method will be of use because the user is to be lost. If you use anything, the user will become stronger. His ego will go on crystallizing. It will become a nucleus of crystallization. That is why those who have remained in the fifth body say there are infinite souls, infinite spirits. They think of each spirit as if it were an atom. Two atoms cannot meet. They are windowless, doorless, close to everything outside themselves. Ego is also windowless. You can use a word of Leibniz called monads. Those who remain in the fifth body become monads, windowless atoms. Now you are alone and alone and alone. But this crystallized ego has to be lost. How to lose it when there is no method? How to go beyond it when there is no path? How to escape from it? There is no door. Zen monks talk about the gateless gate. Now there is no gate, and still one has to go beyond it. So, what to do? The first thing, do not be identified with this crystallization. Just be aware of this closed house of I. Just be aware of it. Don't do anything. And there is an explosion. You will be beyond it. They have a parable in Zen. A goose egg is put in a bottle. The goose comes out of the egg and begins to grow. But the mouth of the bottle is so small that the goose cannot come out of the bottle. It grows bigger and bigger, and the bottle becomes too small to live in. Now either the bottle will have to be destroyed to save the goose, or the goose will die. Seekers are asked, what is to be done? We do not want to lose either. The goose is to be saved and the bottle also. So what to do? This is the question of the fifth body. When there is no way out and the goose is growing, when the crystallization has become consolidated, what to do now? The seeker goes inside a room, closes the door, and begins to puzzle over it. What to do? Only two things seem to be possible. Either to destroy the bottle and save the goose, or to let the goose die and save the bottle. The meditator goes on thinking and thinking. He thinks of something, but then it will be cancelled because there is no way to do it. The teacher sends him back to think some more. For many nights and many days, the seeker goes on thinking, but there is no way to do it. Finally, a moment comes when thinking ceases. He runs out shouting, "Eureka! The goose is out!" The teacher never asks how, because the whole thing is just a nonsense, an imagination. So to move from the fifth body, one should just be aware of the crystallization. And the goose is out. A moment comes when you are out. There is no I. The crystallization has been gained and lost. For the fifth, crystallization, the center, the ego was essential. As a passage, as a bridge, it was a necessity. Otherwise, the fifth body could not be crossed. But now it is no longer needed.